Some time back, I stated why I don't use Twitter, and I still won't be using Twitter. Originally, my big complaint was the 140 character limit, and how it's really hard to word things so the context and intent was apparent to everyone reading the tweet. People had found themselves on the wrong end of a digital lynch mob simply because they were trying to be humorous. Something that's hard to do with a 500-word essay, let alone being limited to 140 characters. Twitter has since increased its limit to 280 characters, literally doubling the size of the tweet. That does give a little more wiggle room for trying to convey complex ideas. It's been a while since anyone's lost their job over a tweet, but I don't think the increase has really been the cause for that. And I highly doubt that people have learned to better express themselves with such a limit. It may just be less people are trying to be humorous and thought-provoking on Twitter. The operative words being less people. Bots have been a problem for many years now. I remember when it was news that Justin Bieber suddenly had 1 or 2 million less followers on Twitter. And it wasn't just him. Everyone had seen a decrease in followers. Twitter had decided to remove fake accounts, trying to decrease the effect of click farms. When I was trying to find more details about that particular historical event, when I googled Twitter removed fake accounts, instead of finding articles about Twitter cracking down on bots and fake users, the results I got instead were mostly directions on how to remove fake accounts from following you on Twitter. The bots are just the most visible problem Twitter has right now, but it's making other problems a lot worse. Twitter has a very skewed noise-to-signal ratio, and the bots are definitely adding to that. The only reason I would use Twitter is to promote my YouTube channel. Not that I do a whole lot here. But Twitter is cheap advertising, and like any product or service that businesses invest in, the value can be measured by ROI, or return on investment. Since promoting on Twitter doesn't really cost me a dime, the investment would be the time spent tweeting to build up a follower base. And that process is more involved than posting, I have something new on YouTube. The time spent may only be an hour a day, and it may only be a handful of tweets. But that return on that investment can be measured by click-throughs. If I have 1,000 followers on Twitter and I only average 10 views every time that I post I have a new video, then the return is really pretty poor. That's just a 1% return. You might be thinking, only 1,000 followers? Of course you're not going to get a lot of clicks. That'll go up when you have more followers. No. The more followers you have on Twitter, the lower the click-through rate. And the average seems to be about 1% for anyone who has over 1,000 followers. Investing the time to get more followers is going to be better spent elsewhere. For example, the average click-through for Facebook is closer to 45%. Snapchat could be as high as 60%, but I haven't been able to verify that. Pinterest, followers aren't necessary to get any click-throughs. It's the time spent making a eye-catching thumbnail used on the pin that really earns the higher click-through rate. As for me following other people on Twitter, it's really the same problem. I don't know if I'm actually following a real person or a bot. Because of the bots, the low response rate, the not much improved issue of keeping context with 280 character limit, Twitter just isn't worth the time. It's like drunkenly yelling a sales pitch into the mouth of a dry well. Kind of pointless. Thanks for watching, and good luck. To subscribe, click the channel icon on the top left. Top right is the previous video, and below that is a random suggestion from YouTube. Thanks again.